like we are kicking off now. Both runners going. Best of luck to both. Looks like we do have Space Coast Gamer Jeff on the right, Crunan on the left. Crunan has a little bit of an advantage coming in here. He just set a PB on the hard percent 2 days ago at a 23:45, which is incredible. And you'll notice if you've been following the tournament, most everyone uses Wrath. You'll notice a double shoulder bash a lot. Trying to move side to side as quick as possible, take out the enemies over and over. Crunan's already got a little bit of an advantage. He's got that side to side action. Crunan just about finished up now, it looks like, with this opening section. And up the ladder he goes. Space Coast Gamer's getting there. Using the hydrant to his advantage there. All right, and there comes Space Coast out of the hole. Nice hydrant hit. Crunan had a real nice back and forth there between the two enemies. Real quick, clean kills. Good area there with Space Coast. Looks like Crunan's got about a 30-second lead, I think, so far. We'll see when Space Coast finishes this up. Great runs so far, Lightning. Great runs. Yeah, just about 30 seconds on the run so far. So, Crunan off to a great start. Goes off the screen as quick as possible. See the time and preparation that have gone into these runs. Just the ability to know every screen where the enemies are coming from and when they're coming from takes a lot of time and work. Crunan has finished up. Scene 1 done. It's about 4:38. auto scrollers, they're tough in a speed run. All right, Space Coast finished up now. This is probably the best track in all of Hyperstone Heist. Just iconic Turtles music. Ready to move it on to the ghost ship. Yeah, Lightning. Crunan's moving, man. He's on a mission. Looking at speedrun.com, his current PB is a 23:45. He said it 2 days ago. But we'll see. I mean, we might get lucky and see another PB tonight. Moving on here. Crunan had a real nice dodge between the barrel trap there. That was impressive. $7:31 into the next area. We'll see where Space Coast comes out. Yep, guys, make sure you check out the Discord if you're not already there. You'll find out a bunch more about upcoming matches and events. A lot of stuff going on here on the page. Barrel traps. SpaceCoast getting that side to side. And off the screen, he's about a minute 20 behind. Crunan already rock steady. Steady's still one of my favorite enemies in the Turtle universe. Pretty straightforward fight here. Just dodge his dashes and then get a couple hits on each side. $9:43 out of Rocksteady, so let's see if Space Coast can make up some of that time coming here. Space Coast into rock steady now. Almost. Good, clean, rock steady fight. Black screen at 11:06. Pretty close to a minute and a half. Not much time lost there. Crunan is still just cruising through. You can see almost every movement he has is there with a purpose. There's very little missed attacks, very little movements that don't end up hitting an enemy with the movement. A couple bad hits on the spike floor here. That's going to cost him a little time. That enemy off there. Lasers. Those are a pain. Ooh, one hit there. Space Coast moving on through the stage. You can see Space Coast gets a lot of those same movements that Crunan has. A lot of shoulder bashes. Almost every move's connecting with every attack's connecting with an enemy. And Crunan already through the third scene. About a 13:55. We'll see if Space Coast has lost any more time in here, if he's gained back. You guys will notice Crunan staying right here on the right side of the screen as much as possible, just trying to speed this section up as much as he possibly can. Not a lot you can do here, but just wait it out. Side kicks. 4 in a row, and then he'll dodge the attack. Like clockwork. 4 in a row, dodge the attack. Base goes into Tatsu now. Crunan already back to the Rocksteady fight. It's a good, clean Tatsu fight from Space Coast, though. About a minute 50 on the split there. Not quite a 2-minute advantage to Crunan, but it's close. Back to Tatsu for Crunan now. Not wasting time with the foot soldiers, just back and forth on Tatsu. All right, here's Stockman. Ooh, and a death from Crunan there in the Stockman fight. Space Coast comes to these pretty clean. He can make up a little time here. Stockman fight is such a time killer. Space Coast already up to Rocksteady. You get through Rocksteady kind of quick. Ooh, bad hit there. He's going to take a death in a moment. Crunan through Stockman now. You'll notice the timer's red. He's losing time from his last PB, but not much, just a second or two. Seen 5 at the 7:30 mark, 17:30 mark, so Space Coast almost finished up with Rocksteady. One more hit should do it. There we go. Rocksteady's down. Moving on into the Tatsu fight. He had a real good Tatsu fight a moment ago. Let's see if he can get this one. Like clockwork till, ooh, that one grab. Tatsu's down. That was a nice, clean Tatsu fight. So let's see Stockman. If these Mausers give Space Coast any grief like they did Crunan. He's keeping them at bay right now. Did a real good rhythm there for a moment, keeping the Mausers defeated as well as hitting Stockman with every hit. Kind of the key to this battle is not letting the Mausers overwhelm you. There's the death on Stockman. You can keep the Mausers at bay while still hitting Stockman, though. You can really speed this fight up. He got back into that rhythm again. One Mauser's kind of staying out of his reach, but he's not griefing him any either, so as long as he's not taking damage from him. And Stockman's down. That wasn't a bad Stockman fight. A little bit over 2 minutes on the split. 210. And about a 216 on the split. A little time, but Crunan with a couple bad hits in that section. Frozen up a couple times. Space Coast making short work of the Mousers through that section. Side to side kicks. Another good clean room there. Crunan can navigate these lasers and still keep the enemies out. A couple big hits there. Another death from Crunan in this section. Almost off this screen. There he goes. And there's Crane. Started the fight at about the 2132 mark with damage. We'll use that as our split mark. Where Space Coast is when he gets there. It's like Crane's down. Into the elevator at 2158, so it was about a 26-second boss fight from damage start till entering the elevator. That's a quick Crane fight. Couple big freezes there for Space Coast. Another big freeze. Those are real time killers. This section's tough to navigate. Crunan's current PB is a 23:45, so it's a little bit under a minute left to PB this run. I don't think we'll see a PB on this run. He lost a little time earlier. Space Coast current PB submitted was 3 weeks ago at 26:44, so we may see a Space Coast PB. Depending on how fast he can get through Crane and Super Shredder. Death there from Space Coast. Nothing to worry about. Moving back into the side-to-side kicks. Into the laser section. See if these grief him as much as they did Crunan here. Alright. Into the Crane fight. Damage started for Crunan at the 21:32 mark. Crunan's already into Super Shredder. Right there. Mr. Dino 023 with a rating party of 16. Welcome in, Dino. $24.27 from Crunan. That is an incredible speed run. It's still good enough for 4th place on the boards. 3 seconds faster than the current 4th place run from Gudasaur. That is pretty incredible. And only a little shy of 45 seconds off of his current PB. Space Coast almost down the elevator now to the Super Shredder fight. Space Coast at the door. See if you can get a good, clean Super Shredder fight. Not going to be a PB, but see how quick you can get through it. Good hits there. And Super Shredder on hard is an entirely new animal. The fact that he's going through this fight this clean, this quick, that's impressive. And there it is. 27:30 from Space Coast on the run. Good enough for a 9th place run on the boards. And like Crunan, just barely 45 seconds off his current PB. The GD to both runners. First match will go to Crunan. Both runners resetting for the second race. Yes, ZG, this is a best of 3. This is the best of 3. So both runners are just resetting. Space Coast looks like he's set up, ready to go. But they're both ready now. Waiting on the countdown in Discord. And we'll get to the second race. If Crunan wins this race, he wins the matchup. If Space Coast pulls the upset, we'll go to a sudden death tiebreaker. There's the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are go for race number 2. And here we go. Back at it again. And like earlier, you can see just how precise Crunan's movements are, especially in these earlier stages. Just how quick he is at clearing the enemies off the screen. Space Coast does an excellent job of it as well. Good shoulder bashing there. Crunan about one screen ahead. 2 screens ahead now. I'm gonna chase down. These robots are so mobile. It's a real time killer here. Alright. Another section. Good quick clean there. Crunan's up and onto the streets. SpaceCoast almost finished up now. And up, he's out now onto the streets as well. Crunan already back down in the sewers, 250 mark. Give you guys a split here and see what the time differential is. He's almost there. Clear the enemies off this screen and then he'll be down as well. And I believe that'll be it. There we go, down into the sewers. About a 44-second split currently. Running into the fight now. Four hits down the screen to dodge. 4 hits down the screen to dodge. And there's that boss. See, he's lost some time already off of his PB. 4:45 at the Scene 2 screen. SpaceCoast coming into the fight now. Did the same strategy there. 4 hits and then down the screen to dodge. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, both competitors now back into the ghost ship. Crunan's still just cruising. You can still just see the precision here with every strike. Not wasting any time letting the enemies get back on their feet. Space Coast likewise. Almost every strike is a hit on an enemy. Good utilization of the explosion there, Crunan. It's an impressive combo move. Space Coast dodging the barrel trap. Couple quick shoulder bashes there, clearing the screen. I believe this is the last screen before he's back in the cavern. Death there, that'll eat a little time. Quick shoulder bashes across the screen to get this enemy, and off the screen into the caverns we go as well. Crunan should be approaching Rocksteady. Quick hits there. SpaceCoast leaving the explosion alone. And there's Rocksteady. Again, one of my favorite enemies from TMNT. You see Crunan getting 3 to 4 hits in on both sides. And then jumping and dashing across the screen, trying to minimize the amount of time between his attacks as much as possible. That was a good, quick, clean Rocksteady fight. Black screened at 10:02 on the switch. Space Coast into Rocksteady now as well. See how quick you can get through Rocksteady, kind of get a split here as well. Grabs the pizza, prevent a death here hopefully. Almost finished up. Missed him there, cost a few seconds. And Rocksteady's down. We were 10:02 on the black screen for Crunan. We'll see where we are on the Space Coast here. But we're gonna be just about a minute split. About a minute 4 on the split. It's easy to make up when we get into the next boss rush. Last time we were here, Crunan got hung up on these spikes just a little bit. I think he took a death on this screen, actually. So we'll see if he can navigate them a little cleaner this run. You can kind of get pinballed between the enemies here a little bit. There's a death there. Gonna eat up a few seconds. Another big hit. Another big hit. Losing a lot of time with these spikes. They're tough to navigate. There we go. Out the screen there. SpaceCoast making quick work of the Mausers. Should nearly be finished up with this section. Yep, there we go. Really making quick work of those Mausers. Almost the Tatsu fight here. Dodge these lasers. Prevent a death here. Yep, there's the death. It was on the screen transition too. That's tough. It's a lot of time lost there. See if SpaceCoast can get through these spike traps a little cleaner. Pretty clean work. Right, into the Tatsu fight. SpaceCoast with some quick work there. A lot of slides and shoulder bashes. Shoulder bashing the side of the screen, just trying to go as fast as possible. Quick hits there. We can get through these Mausers. Nice Mauser section. Let's see if these lasers trip him up as well. Tatsu's down. And black screened at 1424. Use that as our split. Another hit there. Almost through the section. Ooh, the last one got him. That was so close. All right, SpaceCoast moving into the Tatsu fight. Like Crunan, you'll notice SpaceCoast not wasting any time on the foot soldiers, just side to side on Tatsu, trying to be there when he lands, and he's through the fight. That was quick. 1424 on the black screen for Crunan. We were a minute 4 on the split earlier. There's the minute mark. So about an 8-second time loss there on that stage. Overall, that's really quick. Crunan now already into the Rocksteady fight. Absolutely cruising through this section. Making quick work of Rocksteady. Rolling across the screen. Again, minimizing the amount of time between hits as much as possible. Gonna lose a little there with that bomb though. Almost through him, and there's Rocksteady down. (16-16) at the movement there into the Tatsu fight. SpaceCoast into the gauntlet now. Well, there's a death on Tatsu from Crunan. I see more than one death in this boss rush. Boxman fight is pretty unforgiving. So we were 16-16 on the movement gain after the Rocksteady fight. We'll see where we are with Space Coast. Missing a couple hits there. Crunan has a very quick Rocksteady fight. It's the quickest one I've seen so far. It's been real impressive tonight to watch his Rocksteady fight. And there's the death on Rocksteady for Space Coast. Mauser's kind of tripping up Crunan just a little bit. Might see a death here in a moment. These Mausers are a bit of a pain, especially if you let a couple get on screen. They can get overwhelming. There's the death on Stockman. Almost through the fight. A few more hits. There we go. Stockman is down. Black screened at the 1810 mark. See how the Stockman fight goes here. Space Coast had a real clean Stockman fight last race. Able to keep almost every Mauser off the screen and hit Stockman at the same time. You'll see him employing that same strategy here. Kind of staying underneath him, and as the Mauser spawns, he's instantly killing the Mauser and still damaging Stockman the entire time. It's a real clean, impressive Stockman fight. He's almost through it now. Almost. And there's the Stockman fight done. That was a nice, clean Stockman fight. No deaths on that. That's a real big time to gain for Space Coast here. We're sub a minute now on the time split. Space Coast made up about around 15 seconds on that stage. Let's see if he can carry that momentum. Space Coast again with the Mausers. Section there. Crunan still cruising right along. You missed hits there. Nothing to worry about. Taking out those ice blasts quick. Got that one just off the screen. There's another one. Last race, this section tripped him up just a bit. He lost a little time here. I believe he took a death on one of these screens from the ice blast, actually. So we'll see if he can navigate through them a little cleaner. It's the orbs and the death. Space Coast with a lot of side-to-side shoulder bashes. Moving on. Takes out the first, takes out the second. Speed dodge that one up top. Ooh, it almost got him. And there. Space Coast with some nice, clean work through that section. Minimizing the amount of freezes there. That was a nice clean screen. Crunan into the Krang fight. Running a little behind where he was last race, not much. You'll see a lot of 4 hits side to side on the screen, and Krang is down. Death on Space Coast there. 22-21 on the black screen. That Krang fight, man, it was clean. Clean fight. CG Space Coast is catching up. Or was coming into these stages here. We'll see where he's at entering the elevator after the Krang fight. 22-21 is the mark. All right, into Krang now. See how quick we can get through this. Space Coast hanging with him. Be the side. Yep, there we go. Krang is down. Remember, 22-21 was the entrance into the elevator. We're a little bit over a minute. Not bad. About a minute 9. It's a lot closer race this time, guys, than the last race. Crunan's got a nice lead, but a couple mistakes, and Space Coast can easily get back in this race. Especially coming into the Super Shredder fight. Crunan is out into the Super Shredder fight. Last race ended about here for him. He was a 24-27 last race. He's a bit slower this time. Mauser's griefing Space Coast just a bit. Nice couple quick hits. Nice dodge. Another nice dodge. And that's gonna do it. No deaths from Crunan on the Super Shredder fight. I thought for sure we'd see one with the amount of health he had left. 25-02. It's still an amazing, impressive run. $25.02 from Crunan would still put him in a 6th place run on the boards. Space Coast has enough time. We should see a PB from Space Coast here. That will be 2-0 for Crunan. Space Coast has a minute here to PB on his time on speedrun.com on the Super Shredder fight, so we should see a PB here. Hits there. Nothing to worry about. Still plenty of time to save. Almost there, and that'll do it. 26-17 from Space Coast. I believe that's a PB. 30 seconds quicker than his, almost 30 seconds quicker than his current submitted best time on speedrun.com. So congratulations to both the runners. Excellent, excellent race. See if either one of these runners want to jump in for an interview real quick. You guys make sure you do check out both of their Twitch pages. It's like we might have Crunan joining in for a quick post-race interview.
What's up, man?
We got Space Coast jumping in. Let me make sure I've got my... There we go. What's up, Space Coast?
Oh, you know, doing my Sloan and Turtles. It was fun. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed the tournament. I do appreciate Dino and ZG putting this on and letting me be a part, and, and all the good stuff. So, GG to Crunan. He's a freaking beast. And
it was an impressive race between you two tonight. Very
yeah.
impressive. Second race was super close.
Ugh.
So I know Crunan, he the first race was not far off his current PB on speedrun. Looks like you beat your PB this race.
I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to go and look. I think I've got something in the books. Like I've actually got a race that it's better than my one on speedrun. I know that, but I think I've got
your
something else.
Speedrun.com's a 2644 currently,
Okay.
so
it's
much better than that.
Yeah. So I guess I could submit it if I wanted to, but we'll see.
Congratulations, Crunan, 2-0 tonight. Excellent races, very, very impressive.
Thank you.
I was very impressed with your Rocksteady fights. It was super clean. You could tell you've put a lot of work into this game. It was very, very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you hope that he throws out that gun at least one or twice during the runs, but I was really happy with my positioning for those.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, you minimized the amount of time between each attack, as much as I think you possibly could. It was very impressive to watch. And likewise, Space Coast on the Stockman fight. You've got one of the best strats I think I've seen in this tournament so far, back and forth, keeping the Mausers off the screen almost instantly. It was
I
a
think
very clean Stockman fight.
I think there's got to be something else that can be done about that. I think I've watched a couple of runners, General Andrews, do something different with that Stockman fight, and I think it's only a matter of time before that Stockman fight's really cleaned up. So,
yes.
But
you both had very clean Stockman fights tonight.
So yeah.
Anything you guys would like to say? Anything you'd like to talk about?
No, just good luck going forward there, Crunan. I know you've got kind of the the uphill battle, but if there's anybody that's going to be able to do it, it's definitely going to be you, man. So good luck with that, dude.
Yeah, thanks, Space Coast.
Yeah, I told you to take it slow. I don't know what happened, but I guess that was all thrown out the window, huh?
Oh well, for the second run, I was trying to have a little bit more fun.
Oh, thanks. Oh well. All right. Well, appreciate it. Well, take care, guys.
Would you guys like to plug your channels before you hop off here? Let everybody know where they can find you when you're not streaming on GG Speedruns.
Go see Crunan. He's gonna be doing this for a while, man. He's got a world record in the books, and I'm Space Coast Gaming. You can check me out here on the Purple, or you can check me out on the Facebook if you want to come over there. So, either way, appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, definitely follow Space Coast Gaming. Great commentary, and definitely up and coming. And you can find me at Crunan __. Do a lot of Turtles, speedrun a lot of Castlevania too. Yep.
Congrats. ZG in the chat says, good race, guys. Likewise. Very, very impressive. I enjoyed it a lot tonight. Thanks for letting me commentate, guys. I really appreciate it.
For doing it, man. All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to be it for us. Enjoy your streams. Have a good night. Stay safe.